Chris Meyer. Join me and the Legendary Customs team as we take ordinary rides and craft them into legendary customs.
Hey everybody, Chris of Legendary Customs based all across Wisconsin. Thank you for tuning in, and please hit the subscribe button down below and comment. Helps us out tremendously. So it has been a couple weeks since we have done a video on the 1952 F1. We turned a huge corner today, but I want to back up. So what have we accomplished in the 3 weeks before this? Can I say a lot of sanding, a lot of sanding, and a lot of sanding? If I would say that out loud 3 times, I probably could have said it 100 times and it still would have been just as relevant. So in the last 3 weeks, we finished up 100% of the body work on the exterior. Finally! This thing kind of surprised us. When we stripped the paint off, it was pretty rough underneath, but it is just a massive area to do body work on. And because it is a massive area, you have to do it so it's straight. Otherwise, it will just not look good. So, got all the body work done. We put the truck into epoxy, high build primer, and then again, sanded to fine tune the body work. Put the entire front clip on to make sure all of the gaps were just as they should be. And quite frankly, I am glad that we did that because we had to adjust the front fenders to the side steps.
That's about height-wise where it should be.
Yeah, I don't really understand why.
Found out the front bumper that we did all that body work on had a slight twist to it, so it would not line up to the body. So we bought a chrome bumper, we cut it to fit, mounted it, molded it, tucked it in tighter. It looks awesome. Nate and myself custom fitting the rear back seats. Now, one requirement that Chris and Jody had was this thing is going to be used. It's going to be a family cruiser, and it's also going to go to the lumberyard and be used for whatever necessary. So he wanted that back seat to be able to come out with a quick release, and he could put plywood, lumber, whatever in the back that he wanted. So we made the back seat safe. It's actually bolted down in 4 places with high tensile bolts. Quick release, easily comes in and out, but it will just do everything they want.
All right, here's what we've decided to do. The chair is going to sit right up in there, the bench seat. What Nate is doing here is we're going to double up that metal thickness. Why? Because that is where we're going to have the seats hooked to. So we're going to have almost an 1/8 inch of steel there. As you can see, has several areas drilled out. That's going to be welded right through to the piece underneath to make the 2 into 1, welded home just like the piece underneath was. And then we're going to make brackets to mount the seats to. Forward momentum.
All right, here is the theory. We've made 4 sets of shoes, 1 inch inner diameter, and 4
posts, 1 inch outer diameter. The customer wants them to be able to slide in and out. The chair to take it out very, very quickly, very, very easily. So we're going to drill holes through there, and it will be a pin that holds them in place. All right, we have 4 of them bolted in place. Pins go in, clipped. That's 1/4 inch steel. Each one has a shear strength of 600 pounds each, so each side is 1,200 pounds. And there you go. That's what they'll look like. Pull those 4 pins, whole seat comes out. I don't know if you can do it any faster than that. Is it solid?
Yeah. Bolts aren't tight.
Bolts aren't tight, exactly.
But yeah, it was very solid.
Awesome. There we go. There's the solution.
The front seats, we have those fitted perfectly. You'll see it through the footage that we had to raise up the area under the front seats about 1.5 inches. So we actually had a metal piece made for that. Why? Because my height, it was way too close to the ground. Even though that's factory from 1955 Chevy trucks, that's where those seats are from. It was just too close to the ground. My bride is about, how tall, honey?
5'5".
5'5". Say it louder.
No?
She's short. She sat in there and it was still a little snug. So we raised it up to 2.5 inches, and it made it just a lot more comfortable. So, driver's seat, permanently mounted. Passenger side seat, you'll also see we made a quick release for that. That seat has to be able to fold forward so everybody can get in back and enjoy the ride, and go down and lock into position. Back in the day, that seat was on 2 pins on the front, nothing holding it back. If your seat belt to it and you hit the brakes, that thing is going forward because nothing is attached in the back. So now it is safely held secure in the back. So Jody or Chris, when the other is, depending on who's driving, doesn't eat dash on the emergency stop. I guess what I'm trying to say is a tremendous amount of footage was shot, but not a lot was explained what we were doing. So I'm doing a recap so we can put that footage with an explanation. So, Chris, Legendary Customs, thanking you from our team. Keep watching. If you have a vehicle sitting in your garage that you've been waiting years to get to and just haven't, call us. We can get you in the schedule, but it will take some planning. We are booked out. Currently, it is what, February of 2023? We are currently booked out. 2024. See, I'm missed a year already. We're booked out over 1.5 years. So if you want to get in, we have to plan ahead. If we don't plan ahead, you can't call me up and just say, can you get me in next week? It won't happen. Hit the like button below, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and obviously our YouTube channel. Out of here. Watch the next episode to see the tent. Kids play.